Good morning. We are getting an early start today by making some air fried donuts. I'm making a double batch of what would normally be one because we've got a lot of family in town, so feel free to half this recipe. I have a non-dairy milk that I kind of warmed up, and I have some warm water. Mixing it together. So 2 packages of active dry yeast. And I'm just going to get some, it is sugar. We're going to put that in there and whisk it up because the yeast loves sugar. And this is going to help it foam. Okay, so let this activate for about 5 minutes. It's going to foam up. 5 cups of flour, some salt, sugar. Whisk to evenly combine all those dry ingredients. Some melted butter. Vanilla. I like to make a well before I add all of my wet ingredients. It's so foamy! Yay! And we're going to use, I just have a tiny bit. It's going to use a spatula to get all that out. Now we're going to use some aquafaba, the juice of some beans. I just have kidney beans here. If you have chickpeas or cannelli beans, it'll be more clear, but the color isn't going to matter that much anyway. A 1/4 cup. Boop. And we mix. I mixed until it's about to all come together. It's a little bit sticky, and I'm going to press to incorporate all that dough. Depending on how you measure your flour, it might be too dry. The mixture might be too dry to all come together. Just put a little bit of water in it until it all comes together, and you can use all of the dough. So like you see mine, I have a tiny bit left in there, but I'm not worrying about that. Putting it on the counter, lightly flour. And now we're going to knead for about 10 minutes, folding the dough on top of itself and pushing down. So if it starts to stick on your surface, that's a-okay. Flour and just knead as you go. See, now it's picking up. I might just need to add a kind of sticks to my hands, but it should be a little bit tacky. Should be able to work with it a little bit. Now it's pretty sticky, so I'm going to grab a little bit more flour. And just keep going.
I need some more.
I've been doing it about 7 minutes, and I think I'm about done. Notice it does have a little bit of stretch in it. Those proteins are starting to develop, where that's going to give us our big, fluffy donut. So now I'm going to take my dough, peel it off the counter. Make sure it's in a nice little ball here. And see, it is kind of sticking to my hands. That's okay. That's a-okay. Same side down in a bowl. Where did my bowl go? Oh. Here it is. I rinsed out the one that I used earlier. I'm going to spray it just a... Here it is. Putting it in there. Oh, so cute. Cover and let rise in a warm place for about an hour until it's risen or doubled in size. Here we are. Woo! An hour later. Look how beautiful. Flour. Kind of punch down the air bubbles. And then we're going to transfer to our floured surface. Flour a little bit. Working from the center out, we're going to roll out our dough to about a 1/2 inch thickness. Boom. So I have a cup and a very large icing thing. You can use a biscuit cutter and then a smaller biscuit cutter for the hole, but I'm going to use this. And I'm just going to press, let's see, where can y'all see? I'm going to press down to make a donut. Whoop. And then come in with this to make the little hole. I think I'm going to do, we're going to do a little bigger. We're going to do this side. So here's the donut. So there it is. And we're going to continue until we can't cut any more circles or donuts out of this dough. We're going to take our little donuts. I'm separating the donut hole. Taking our donut and putting it on a baking sheet. Whoop, whoop. There we are in the donut hose. Gather up all of your scraps. Fold in a couple of times to combine it. Take a ball.
I need this.
We are going to
I need this one.
roll it out. This dough is rising pretty quickly, so I'm gonna cut out one donut at a time and then do my donut hole, like separate donut hole and put it on the tray, because otherwise it's starting to come back together. Whoop. And we don't need that. Cover and let rise for about 15 minutes. It's time. Spray your basket with nonstick spray. I have it under a baking sheet because I'm going to place my donuts in donut holes in here. Make sure they're not touching. We're gonna spray with the nonstick spray. Placing into the air fryer at 350 for about 4 minutes. Make the glaze. While this happens, I have a regular glaze and a chocolate glaze, some almond milk, and a little bit of vanilla. No clumps. Be sure you shake off that chocolate because it'll put some chocolate in your vanilla glaze. So we did 3 minutes on one side. We're gonna flip and do 2 on the other. So again, 3 and then 2. Look how beautiful these look. Popping up. And they go. Check out how fluffy these came out. While still warm, take, dip, transfer. Let's try a bite, shall we? You guys, this is the best thing ever. It's like pillowy, melt in your mouth, warm donut. And it tastes very, very, very similar to the deep fried ones. Like, you might be able to tell a tiny bit, but it's so good that I think these are going to be like top notch, replacing the deep fried. Look at that. Happy eating, everyone. Almost forgot the donut holes. Spray as usual. Put your donut holes on here. Don't let them touch. And spray them. We're gonna do 2 minutes, shake, 1 minute, done. Okay, it was 2 and 2, and that was like perfect. Look at them. Woo! Our donut holes, I mean, you can just dump them all or dump one at a time. Boop. Happy eating.